visual. Need to see my ugly mug. Oh, there you are.
Okay, so let me start us off here. Do not interrupt.
Okay.
All right, welcome back to Soul Mechanics. We got cut off due to the time limit on that last one. I'm not sure exactly what we were talking about, but what we were doing is getting closer to Jeremy having entirely deconstructed. And I would like to note that, brief disclaimer, things we might say here and the interactions that go on this conversation in of itself might come across entirely crazy in many different ways. I mean, you might not even understand it. If you do understand, you might not want to, and it might be scary for some people who actually do understand. But this is a rare kind of mistake that comes across for us who have really gone into this while there, as I've said before, the wall evasions. But from time to time, that personality, that character does in fact deconstruct and get down to scratch, which puts you in the sort of position. So me, personally, I've grown quite attached to the character that I've built, and I make use of it, and there are reasons for that. And so we have Jeremy here, the artist formerly known as Jeremy.
Yeah.
To play that.
Supposed to get it.
And I would like to say, I was trying to say this before, but we got carried off. If you are reading, if you are into the Bible in any sort of way, the way that, as I said,
I have an associate's degree in biblical theology.
Really?
Yes, from Countryside Christian Academy.
I'm talking to the audience, though.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
There are various perspectives that you can read the Bible from. Literally, you can investigate it. You can look into it as though it was an actual historical account. Investigate it. There are truths at every level. But the deepest level is this first-person spectacle I've been trying to get you guys to. And Jeremy has a brilliant representation of that in the state that he's currently in. This first-person identification with things. If you read that book with a first-person view, as though it's difficult to explain. We're going to get to it later. But Jeremy, you can continue on. We were talking about.
You lead, I follow.
All right. Well, I think we mentioned demons and the idea of demons.
Oh, yeah. Demons and aliens.
Jinn,
all those things that aren't supposed to be doing what it is that they're doing, even though they're supposed to be doing everything.
The concept of Jinn, which is going to be primarily the archetype from what demon comes from, which again, the word demon means genius. It means of higher intellect, and then of course the insinuation put forth in the stories of the Bible is that these beings are trying to trick you, to deceive you, which plays along with the ideology of their in fact geniuses. You can investigate this, as I said, you can get deep in the investigation of what all of that means. But Jinn, which is the archetype from what we get the idea of genies, that does speak to the nature of that first person.
What's the most popular movie out? It has been for the last couple of months, I think now. That has everything to do with Al, and a flying carpet and a monkey.
Oh yeah.
No, I'm not.
I haven't seen that yet.
Neither have I, nor will I.
I'm not. I don't know, because it's like I don't like the singing movies. I don't like the Disney movies. I certainly don't want to see them played in live action. It's creepy, honestly. But I'm gonna watch it anyways, probably.
Robin is the definitive genie for a reason.
Oh,
That's
Robin.
all I'm gonna say. Yes.
Yeah,
Robin was a very unique.
I will say that I appreciate and enjoy the performances there. I don't get into the singing movies particularly. They bother me. But yeah, we were speaking to Gene, and of course, saying that you're communicating with other beings. I don't know if you're still in that first person perspective or not here.
I'm at a point now where I'm 2/3 of the way to completely obliterating any human convention one might have of me.
Well,
This is what I'm being pushed into.
so stay. What?
Just keep moving forward, Donovan. Just
We
keep doing
spoke
fine.
on, earlier we spoke on, asking for things, that you have a blank check in life. You can ask the world for anything. You can ask your mind for anything. And we said that, or I said that, the trouble is in the manner in which you're asking or how you ask for things. And the fact that we do unintentionally, maybe intentionally at times, but for the most part unintentionally ask for very troublesome things. And that's what makes life so difficult, is that we get what we ask for.
My father taught me when I was young. There was one thing that he managed to beat into my head. Was the idea that you always find what you go looking for. So you need to be careful with what it is that you go looking for.
Yeah. A lot of
Now,
people
understand something, that when you're hearing my voice, you're also hearing the voice of my father. And that is as specific as it needs to be and as indirect as it could possibly.
No, and it's a very deep value that speaks on various levels. I've spoken of reincarnation before, an idea
It's more than just an idea.
like when you have children, your
Have many.
pieces are creating that physical body. So you are literally incarnating, and that person is you. That lineage carries on, and it is you. And this is from a material standpoint, from a biological standpoint. And material covers everything. From a biological standpoint, your children are you. So carrying back, we all come from one source at some point. We're all family, thereby we are all the same person. That's the biological perspective on which to prove our, artifact.
Understand that it's also very distinct. The human marker isn't here haphazardly. It's not an accident. It's a very, very unique blend of various elements. Human beings are walking paradoxes.
True that.
They should not exist, and yet they do anyway.
They can't, They can't.
You're right. They can't. That's why they don't.
It's impossible for us to be here right now. Yet we are.
It is. It is. And Morg was so good enough to point that out to us. I'm sure you know who I'm referring to.
Say it again.
Morg.
Morg.
Yeah, the pasty white hair or pasty yellow hair guy who likes to paint half his face like a crow. Maybe you don't know who I'm talking about.
No, I don't.
There's a young man who's on the internet. He calls himself Morg. He goes by Morg, and he's all about Hyperianism.
Ooh, that's what the atheist brought. You just hit two values on one. Something that you brought to mind right there was atheism. How they believe that everything's an accident, and then
Anti-theism, son. Anti-theism.
Anti-theism, yeah, that's
not anything. There is no typical anything about it. It's directly anti. They are doing exactly what you think they're doing. It's
right.
Not a joke.
I know.
This isn't theater. These people are very serious about what it is they believe and where they want to go.
They do believe. Any so-called atheists, anti-theists out there, you are believing.
They're going to get what they want. Son, I only give people what they want.
No.
Yes.
Because I'm going to let it happen.
Oh, see, there are certain things that you have control over. There are other things that this is still my world.
And then there are things I'm going to take control over. Fuck that.
And you're going to have to wrestle them from my hands, because as far as I'm concerned, there's a very special place for all of them.
Yeah. All right. We'll see. That's going to be what I'm really fighting there. Anti-theism.
You're right.
Religion's just the source.
They're going to get what they want. They want a world without me, and that's exactly what they'll have. They'll have a world without God, without the supernatural, without the spiritual, all the things that make life worth living, they're not going to have, because it's what they don't want.
Well,
they want that Star Trek world.
Yeah.
Where everything's polished and perfect, and everybody only does and says what they're supposed to, and they're all politically correct, and all the rest of that SJW nonsense.
Right.
Whatever. It's whatever. I'm not one to say no. If that's what you want, then understand that there's.
I get it. I
don't know you do. I'm using you in a royal sense because those who know that I'm talking to them. Right. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to them. They know who they are because I'm pointing them out. Whether it goes anywhere, that's a choice I leave up to them. But like I've stated previously, I'm still sitting in a house with not a person on the street, not a car in the driveway, not anything in the sky. So even making my presence known, even though I'm not, really, if you think about it, appearances are meant to be deceptive, meant to be on purpose. That's the way they're meant to be. Not an accident.
Yeah. Okay. Well, but we're working at it. We're finding a way to. I know maybe they don't want it, but we're finding a way to give it to them anyway. That's what we're working.
No, it's what they want. It's what I'm giving to them. But it's not going to be on the same. See, that's where people misunderstand this whole book of Revelation, Daniel. They choose not to put things together in the proper context because they don't want to. Because they don't. They're not 100% sure if they know what they want. Who is? Who's really sure of what they want?
Yeah, I get you.
I know I'm not. I just wanted to be just a simple, everyday, lowly old guy just doing my thing. And for all intents and purposes, I am. But on many other levels, I don't know exactly what it is. Just keep going. Otherwise, I'm going to go off in another tangent.
Well, what the atheists, when I did the interview on Even Hour and had to spat with the atheists, that's where our little turmoil began there with that community. They brought up Hyperionism. They said that basically was what I was pushing in their words, Hyperion.
Oh God, I hope you're hearing that. That's a joke.
Yeah.
They're so far off. The closer they think they get is the further they move away. It doesn't matter what direction they go in. It doesn't matter because they have what they want. They have their world without us. We don't exist in their world. Remember?
Yeah.
We're just bloody loons and conspiracy theorists.
You know, you say, I exist, but people don't believe in me. You know, I get that. People in this position, they get that. We feel that. And we deal with these people that I like them, the atheists for the most part. I like a lot of them. They're seemingly cool people, somewhat intelligent.
They're here too.
But
here too.
I can't speak to them because they don't.
You're not supposed to. You're not supposed to. See, that's the one thing that people need to understand about the atheists and the anti-atheists. They want to be left alone. That's not. No, it doesn't. It doesn't. They are on the verge of finding something. You can't say that if you're not in their shoes. If you don't know where they are, what they're going through, why they're going through it, if you're not there with them, all you're doing is you're making assumptions.
When we say appearances are meant to be deceiving,
they are. Very sad. Much so.
It appears very sad.
Dude, you're not supposed to go down. You're supposed to, Donovan. You're not supposed to go that route. That's why. It's not a coincidence. None of this is. It might be difficult to comprehend, to grasp, and sometimes I forget that. I forget that not everybody's on that level. That's okay. You don't want to be. Okay, trust me. You don't. Exactly. You don't know what the fuck you're asking for. There's a reason why I am who I am. There's a reason why this is happening the way that it's happening. Because it literally could not happen any other way. I've looked. Everywhere.
Done the research.
Oh yeah, more times than I care to remember and to think about. And in the end, it's all going to go according to plan.
Yeah, and of
course,
course,
worried about
this sort of person, these communities need to exist first. Let's speak to the artifacts. If you're going to be in this first person mode, let's do the artifacts, the catalyst events, the imperative have identified. We have what we're thinking of as being at least 7 primary chakras in the overall human entity. Communities, essentially, is what we're identifying. We're saying that it's kind of like
as above, so below, as within, so without.
Right, and we have these greater chakras in the human psyche, these catalyst events. They seem to be
fractals.
First cause.
Think fractal illusory patterns.
Exactly. So we're thinking that these artifacts, that these catalyst events are artifacts of the first cause, and that seems such a
wait. I'm sorry. Go back. What do you catalyst of what? What are you talking? What do you specifically? What do you mean by that?
The catalyst events are going to be such as, say, for example, not religion but spirituality, and then of course kind of infects that. Then there would be sexuality, of course, that we have to put, in the overall human body, so to speak, and in the
humans are just waking up to the fact that they even exist. Now think about human history for a minute. Let that sink in.
How do you mean?
Historians are not obligated to telling you the truth. That doesn't mean that they don't do it anyway.
Yeah.
No one's obligated to tell you anything. Understand that as well. I'm not obligated to do what I'm doing right now. And believe me, I fully understand the implications of what it is that I'm doing. Okay, I can barely hear you, so
that's going to be a frightening part for most people.
Why frightening? Why? What's to be afraid of?
The idea that there is no real.
What is real?
Exactly.
How do you define real? Do I need to go back through the whole monologue that everybody else already knows and loves?
No, that's the very attempt to grasp the underlying reality that there is no real, that there is no.
Just use the archetype. It's there for a reason. I'm not referring to it out of hand. That's what it's there for. People need context. Not everybody is where you and I are. In at least 997,251 different levels.
Oh, right.
And I wasn't being arbitrary when I used that number either.
No, I've lost track there for a moment. Okay, so the idea
just use the templates that are there. It's perfectly fine. Everybody else, they need to have that linear sense of progression. It's important.
The concept that say that we identify, we meet with a God, that there's a God in play,
something other than yourself.
That might be something other than yourself, in a manner of speaking.
The other, the unknown, demon, ghost, specter, the spook. How many other words do I need to describe the same unknowable thing?
Right. So that you have this God figure in play, and this is supposed to be, God. If we believe in God, obviously God's got some kind of plan. God is obligated to make things work out. It's not. It's not obligated. There is no obligation here. There are no.
Everything's allowed, but nothing is permissible.
That's a good one for sure.
Well, that's an old saying. Yeah. Been around for hundreds of years. So it is do as thou wilt shall be the whole of the law. Do no harm. I have one rule. One. Can anybody keep it? No. And on top of that, they almost do it mocking. Open.
No harm?
Yes. Pretty simple. I mean, good God, what else do you need? What more do you need?
Right.
Other than that landmark, at least they'll know that I was here.
People are going to be out there thinking, I'm not doing harm, I'm not harming others, but you're likely harming yourself to some extent.
If you're not harming yourself directly or indirectly, okay, it's the child that you notice with the bruises that you don't say anything about because you don't know the full extent of the story. But it's something that, for as much as I hate it, it has to be.
And that's something
until someone comes along and undoes it.
That's something
on
that
them.
With the atheists, I said to them, consider this. What if there's a God existing that is playing right along with us, that is,
that they're doing exactly what they're supposed to be doing, and you should leave them alone.
Well,
no wells. No wells. I'm sorry, son. There are no wells. They're going to do what they're here to do, just like we're here to do what we're here to do. You need to respect that. Just like I respect you.
Whatever.
Don't whatever me.
All right, no, but what I said to them is consider there's a God in play that is, for all intents and purposes, almost like an abused child. It's here, it's not us, it's and we're just abusing it.
No, you're not abusing it. You're misunderstanding. In order to find God, you have to lose Him first.
This is just an idea I presented. It's not what I'm thinking. It's what I feel sometimes.
Yeah, well, there's a reason for that. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Stop doubting yourself.